I want to
Eye to Eye is simple. Take a top live Irish rock act, add 100 hardcore fans, or to East Studio 2, and you have an exclusive music show everyone can enjoy. Today, a Tipperary-born singer-songwriter and Mercury Music Prize nominee, who's made a big impact with her first two albums, Night on My Side and The Roads Don't Love You. Today, she's pared it down and stripped it back, especially for us. Ladies and gents, for the next half an hour live in Eye to Eye, would you please give a nice warm welcome to Gemma Hayes!
This song is called Back of My Hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will I be seeing you tomorrow? Will I be seeing you again? God knows we said so little, won't go so far as to call you a friend. But there's something in your ways that keeps me vying for your attention, and I know you feel the same. It's become a two-way addiction. Come on and give me your heart, write it on the back of my hand, and say it's forever. Well, we never really said goodbye. We kinda left it in the air, and as the train pulled off, I knew you loved her more. Oh no, 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 I'm not afraid to lose. Oh no, 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 just give me some time and I'll walk to a different groove. Go and give me your heart, write it on the back of the hand, and say it's forever. Go on now and give me your heart, write it on the back of the hand, and say it's forever. That's alright, that's okay. My thoughts of you are leaving. That's alright, that's okay. My thoughts of you are leaving anyway. I'm fading anyway. Come on and give me your heart, write it on the back of my hand, and say it's forever. I watch you from the road. I laugh when you cut the corners. I know when things ain't good at home. You slam the doors and pull down the blinds. You're so easy on the eye, and you please my troubled mind. You're so easy on the eye. I watch you from the road, late for work when you leave the house. You make so many lists and plans to get away from here. I could look at you for years. You're so easy on the eye, and you please my troubled mind. You're so easy on the eye. I watch you from the road, restless under a suburban sky. You have no idea what you do to me. You make me wanna stay and try. You're so easy on the eye, and you please my troubled mind. You're so easy on the eye. Thank you.
You just can't get enough of that Gemma Hayes stuff. Did you all enjoy that? Yeah! Of course you did. It's Gemma Hayes, for crying out loud. How could you not? Now, I am told that some of you have some questions for Gemma. Am I right? Okay, hands up. Who's got a question? Well, see, you're nice and handy. You're just right beside me. So, come here to me. What is your question for Gemma Hayes?
What's your favourite song?
Oh, favourite song ever? God, that's a good one. The Irish National Anthem. There you go. And also a song called Head and Heart by John Martin. He's like I think he's Welsh, an old Welsh songwriter. He's incredible. So
of your own stuff, what's your favourite song?
Of my own stuff? You know, there's a song of mine called Evening Sun, which is just a real lazy acoustic number. And I just love singing it. I don't know if people like to hear it, but I love to sing it. So, yeah.
Of course we like to hear it, don't we, folks? Yeah. Needless to say, that's why we're all here. We appreciate what the woman can do. All right, who else have we got? You. Okay, you're handy because you're just there too. All right, what's your question for Gemma Hayes?
Do you ever get recognised when you're out?
Do you know, I do. Not a lot, but sometimes I do. And it's usually like on a really bad hair day. Or, you know, just sort of when I've kind of just fallen out of bed and fallen out the door and fallen into a shop to get some like bread and butter, and somebody will go, "Oh, you're Gemma Hayes," and then, you know, it's like, it's great. It's great. So it massages the ego.
Is that weird when someone goes, "Hey Gemma, hey, how you doing?" And then you have to go, "Oh, hello, man." you can't respond. It's like, should I know you? Or did that take a while to get?
It actually did. It did, because I think, because you do, I mean, you know, I put a lot of myself in my music. So I think people can kind of get to know somebody through listening to their music, but I don't know that person at all. So there's that weird sort of imbalance.
All right, who we get? Finally, all right, come on, over yonder. Hang on. She has to hear you, dude. That's what this is for. Go for it.
How hard was it to get a manager?
Oh my goodness. You know, it's easy to get a manager. It's hard to get a good manager. So it took a long time to find somebody that I could really trust. So you can find somebody that trusts you or that you trust, but they don't know much about the music business. So to find somebody who you trust and also has a lot of knowledge is the key. So it took me actually about 4 years.
So how important is a good manager?
It's vital. It's absolutely vital because they're out there representing you. So even the kind of person that they are, you know, if you want to have this really sort of hard-nosed sort of manager who's really in people's faces, that's going to be the impression that you leave. So it's got to be a good person, you know, who knows their stuff and makes you a lot of money.
Who's into what you're doing and knows where you're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. You happy, smiley people? What's the crack? What's your question for Gemma Hayes?
Who inspires your songs?
Who inspires my songs? You know, there's not really one person. I mean, I'm kind of inspired by people that I know. Do you know what I mean? And things that go on in people's lives. Because sometimes, I mean, you know, my life can't be really interesting all the time. So sometimes I have to write about other people's lives. Do you know what I mean? Because my friend could be having like this huge thing happen to her. So, and I might just be sitting at home having tea and toast. So I'd rather write about her situation than mine. So it's the people around me really that inspire me more than anything.
What do your friends make of it when you're revealing all their personal lives in your material and it's on an album, or do they even know?
Do you know, I mush it around so they don't know. You know, I'll change the names and I'll sing it as if it's about me. I mean, a lot of it is about me, but sometimes I empathize with them, you know. So I'll sing something that, actually that is true. Sometimes their situation will make me feel something that I remember happening. So I'll sing about that instead, you know. But no, I mean, I've never been, you know, beaten up by any of my friends yet.
All right, who else has a question? Anyone over yonder? Okay, Batman, I'm coming over to you. Shove over. What is your question for Gemma?
Do you still get nervous before you go on stage?
Always, always. Before, I used to get really nervous, and I couldn't control it on stage, so it would really, like, I'd be shaking really bad, and it would actually, like, hinder my performance. And now I still get nervous, but I know how to sort of channel it better, and kind of put it into the performance. Yeah.
Does having a band behind you kind of ease the nerves somewhat? They're there to support you?
It does, because you're not on your own, you know. You sort of feel like you're kind of, you know, you're going to share the responsibility between you. But, I mean, I need the nerves too. I think that sort of, there's that adrenaline that kind of rushes through your body that makes you sort of really give it your best.
Blacker my heart, the deeper I feel, the cheaper the real, the closer you are to me. Afraid I'll forget you, afraid I might try to, when nothing moves quite like you drug me. But there's something in my way, there's something in my way, there's something in my way, there's something in my way. I see the punch come, but I just don't feel it. I want to believe, but I just don't believe it. Afraid I might hate you, afraid I might try to, when there's so much that I should say to you now, but there's something in my way. 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 Blacker my heart, the deeper I feel, the cheaper the real, the closer you are to me. Afraid I'll forget you, afraid I might try to, when there's so much that I should say to you now. But there's something in my way. 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 I see the punch, I just don't feel it. Something in my way. I wanna believe, I just don't believe it's something in my way.
Okay, who is bursting, itching to ask Gemma a question? We may have time. Okay, I'm going to take just 2 more questions for Gemma. Okay, go for it. What's your question for Gemma Hayes?
When was it you decided that you wanted to go into music as a career?
Do you know what? I think I always was drawn towards music, you know, ever since I was a kid. I'm sure there's lots of you that are probably the same, you know, with the hairbrush, singing with the hairbrush. Was that just me?
Don't lie.
You know, it's my favorite song on the radio. I used to do that all the time. In fact, I still do. But I think it was always there. And I think when I actually went to college, and I realized that I just wasn't happy, that nothing was making me happy. And the only time I was really happy was when I was playing music, or singing, or writing, or doing something creative. And it was the only time when time itself would just, it didn't matter. So really, yeah, I decided to go with music because it made me happy.
What was the best piece of advice that you were ever given for being in the music industry, and what advice would you give to someone who's starting out?
Do you know, it's really funny. I kind of feel like, how do I say this, that when I started out, I had it right in my head, and then I lost my way because I got too caught up in what people thought and how I looked and what kind of a record deal I had. And I sort of lost what was important, which was the music. So I kind of knew what was important at the start, and then I lost it, and then I came back and found it again. So the one thing that I'd say to anybody who's sort of going to try a career in this is that you actually know. You know yourself what's right and what works. No one else can tell you. You know, it's your music. And you know, to keep that true and keep it honest is the most important thing, you know.
There was that stretch where you kind of, by your own admission, you did kind of lose the mojo, and it can happen to anyone. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, folks. Then, of course, you go to Kerry, you find Sanctuary, you come up with a few tunes, lo and behold, the last place you look, there's your mojo.
Yeah.
So what kind of happened there that kind of brought it like, oh, this is it, this is how it's done again, and what got the juices flowing?
Do you know, it took getting away from record labels, you know, image thing, magazines, all that stuff, to get away from everything that was not about music. And I ended up needing to leave Dublin and needing to go to some place that was completely remote. And all I had was the music. It was exactly what I had when I started. And I suddenly realized that that was the most important thing. And when you take all that other crap away, you can see clearer. So suddenly I started playing and I wasn't thinking about, oh, will people like this? Or, you know, suddenly I was like, well, I don't care, actually, I like it. And that's the, you know, that is the most important thing.
Good stuff. Would you like to hear more? Yeah! Of course you'd like to hear more. The lovely Gemma Hayes will now be joined by Joe Chester. They're going to perform a song taken from Joe's album, A Murder of Crows. Take it away, folks.
I don't know why I built this thing. Floors and walls, ceilings, doors with ways in, ways out, a safe place to hide. Just like it like that, I guess. I built this thing just to find a way to lose myself. I built this thing, a safe place to hide. Sometimes you make choices. Sometimes you feel so far away. I feel closer when I run away. Sometimes you just feel so tired. Just to find a way to lose myself. I built this thing, a safe place to hide. I built this thing just to find a way to lose myself. I built this thing, a safe place to hide. I don't know why I built this thing, with floors and walls, ceilings, doors with ways in, ways out, a safe place to hide. We just like it like that, I guess. I built this thing just to find a way to lose myself. I built this thing, a safe place to hide. I built this thing just to find a way to lose myself. I built this thing, a safe place to hide. Just to find a way to lose myself. 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 Just to find a way to l
Both of Gemma's albums are available in quality music stores and online. Next time out on Eye to Eye, acclaimed singer-songwriter and painter Rosie. We'll see you then.